Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Pangolin Advisor, also known as PANCZASU, and welcome to week 3 of our Endless Legend Kapaku adventure. This adventure has been a rather rough one. I've been making a lot of mistakes earlier on. I was rather rusty as well. And now we are here and I'm still not dead. Moreover, when looking at the scoreboard, I'm not doing as well as I potentially should, but I'm not doing too badly either, which makes me a happy person. And in fact, previously I had bold plans to go against the other mages, or maybe the voters. Well, I did not want to go against the voters, since dragons were fighting the voters, and well, I thought that on one hand, sure, the voters would be weakened by this fight, but on the other hand, this would make me in danger of being attacked by the dragon. However, on the other hand, the other mages, well, they're not at war, so they're not weakened and they have fearsome guardians protecting them. But they are very weak players and they could be conquerable and they would increase my wealth. But I thought to myself while preparing for the stream, why do any of this? Well, instead I could try to actually win the game. Like, I'm sure I'm not going to be able to win the game, but I can try to do so, and I have the prime opportunity. The Draken are very powerful. They are the second most actually third most powerful player in the game, and there's no way I can beat the purple and blue player. I don't even know where they are or what they are. However, the Draken still very strong, but if I were to conquer them, I would myself also become considerably stronger, maybe capable of challenging the other AIs, but at the very least, if I were to lose, I'll lose in fashion and in style. And the Draken are not as scary as I thought. Sure, they have very strong armies, as any AI would, but they're takeable, they're very much so takeable, especially if I were to move all of my armies against them and launch a surprise assault. Moreover, I actually have a spy and arrow. I could just go ahead and sap their fortification, where here with damage fortification action and just steamroll over the Draken. That is another possibility. I was going to just use this guy, you know, for empire-wide infiltration actions, but maybe I can just take over the city and then more cities afterwards. That is very tempting. And while doing so, I could also potentially create, maybe not an alliance, but at the very least sign a peace treaty with the other mages to secure my southern borders, maybe try to get help from them on the action. I doubt they would agree. I don't even have... We can check right now. This is a live stream. I don't need to plan for anything. We can just check right now. So, what would they want? Would they want peace? They wouldn't be against that. What if I were to also declare war on the Draken? They would be happy about this. This is going well. Now, I cannot probably ask them to declare war on the Draken themselves. They are... I mean, they don't like the Draken, clearly, but they're rather weak. I don't think they would be able to fight the Draken, and that's probably why they are against this idea. However, what if I were to give them something they will... Oh wow, they would love Hyperion. Sorry buddies, I need that for my Guardian. Unless you only want like 5 of it and that would be enough. No, 5 wouldn't be enough. Neither would be 10, so Hyperion is out of the question. But I could give them some technology. Usually I hate giving AIs Guardian technologies, or any technologies whatsoever, because this makes it easier for them to win the game. But if I were to give them... If I were to give something to other mages, they are already losing the game. They're very far behind everybody. I think I can just give them something safely. And if I were to give them something that doesn't impact them too much, that's even better. Like Boris Guild, they might not have Adamantium to use this thing. Maybe Brigade System, but that's a little bit scarier. And yeah, if I were to give them that, I can afford this. They would join me in the war against the Draken and they would be at peace with me. So I would have secure borders from the south side and still be able to fight in the north side. I won't do so yet, I'm about to unleash a new empire plan. But before we do anything of the sort, let's deal with this. The Draken close their borders. And, okay, sure, they are leery. Oh, there is going to be a lot more aggression during Cold War Drakens, and there will be more aggression during Hot War as well. Alright, let's prepare my armies, shall we? I'm going to want to start fighting the enemy with the centaurs, most likely. So this will be the army that engages the enemy. And I want to attack them from the north side as well. But let's get in all of our armies to help us with this task, shall we? And then attack them. And this should be a very easy and potentially devastating fight for the Draken. Now, if I attack from this angle, I won't be really able to use my city as my source of strength, but this is a hard location for the Draken to deploy in because of the ridges. I know, I've been through this when I was fighting the Jotus. And if I attack the Guardian, well, the Draken will have a very tough time deploying, so let's do that. And yes, I have a sizable advantage over the enemy. And them will be very happy to utilize it. They are probably going to run away. Their Guardian has quite a bit of health. And they did not participate with their actual army. But this is alright, I can just block them in and prevent them from escaping. And I'll do just that. So let's see, how can I move my armies? I can move this guy. Wait a second, what? This is a very, very important conflict, so let's grab it real quick. Let's move my armies like so. And make it completely impossible for the Draken to escape. By the way, they also cannot attack me where they stand right now, because it's in my territory. So they're going to have a very tough time getting away from here and actually trying to survive. I'll just block them in and make sure they cannot run away. And I'll destroy those armies before I actually launch any proper aggression against them. The issue is I used up all of my action points on this attack when they just retreated. But this is fine, their scorers lost a lot of HP from retreating. And that's good enough. And this gave my heroes a lot of experience, which is also very good. Let's improve my heroes a little bit further then. Oh, the Draken, you're going to be so dead by the end of this. I'm going to love it. Oh, and it's my units that also leveled up. Alright. And by the way, it's the beautiful Death Eclipse. It's so pretty. It really is. I love it. Alright, let's make sure my units all have their orders assigned. Now, those bathyspheres are meant to explore this sunken ruin in order to fulfill the quest of this manufactorium. But first, I need to make sure I clear out all of the neutral ships that plague the seas in this area. Otherwise, I will do the quest for the manufactorium and then it will be immediately taken back by the Fomorians, which I wouldn't be too happy about. Next up, let's get ready to actually attack the Draken. Now, they do have fire ships to threaten my cities from the sea, but I think my cities will be fine. Alright, let's see, let's expand those panels as well. No reason not to do that, we've got plenty of room on the screen. And now I need to make a lot more units actually. So let's go ahead and start making those. So the Draken are using infantry, we can fight infantry with infantry. They also use cavalry and flyers, so I'm going to fight them by using centaurs, which are excellent anti-infantry, and the enemy is also using centaurs. And I'll support them with goblins, which will deal with the flyers. As for the enemy infantry, that being the Drakenlings, they're anti-infantry, so deploying my own infantry to fight their infantry would be just not the wisest decision ever. I'm pretty sure their infantry would be stronger and would win in this fight. I'd rather weaken them by firing at them from afar. They do have sharp sense and block, which is going to make it quite difficult, but maybe with my centaurs I can still prevail. Besides, they don't have a lot of Drakenlings anyway. Bali asked me in the chat what was my impression of the Inferno expansion. I find it to be great. My favorite Endless Legend expansion is always going to be the one that introduced Espionage and the Forgotten faction. This one changed and added a lot. Although the Ally expansion was also incredible with the addition of Pearls and Wallet. These two were absolutely breathtaking and they created a game that was so much better than what it was before. And even before, it was a great game. Inferno expansion is great. It's not as great as its predecessors, but that doesn't stop it from being amazing. So yeah, don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Let's explore the ruins, get ourselves some more dust. Hopefully, yes, that is dust indeed. Let's keep exploring ruins and let's grab some confluxes to boost my armies. Also, the Death Eclipse is the single most beautiful thing in this game at this point in time. And like, just for Death Eclipse alone, I'm very, very happy that this expansion was made. It's absolutely great. And there's more than just the Eclipse to this expansion. Also, the Kapaku are fun. Alright, another thing, and I got the Shadow Vicario. I don't necessarily care, I don't even have plug-in to equip it. But it is a very nasty sword to use, so maybe at some point in the future, maybe. Most likely not, but maybe. Alright, I will need to have some more units to explore the ruins nearby. Although there are not that many awakened ruins, there's one more Eclipse ruin that I can see. This one I cannot enter because I'm never going to be able to fulfill this quest, unfortunately. Manual labor is a tough one. It's not even that good. Alright. Thankfully, it seems like the past me has queued up everything that was really important, so I can just most likely end the turn. There's one more Bathysphere. I can send it over here to explore the sunken ruins next, as soon as I clear out this sea. And I'll certainly do just that. Sadly, Bathyspheres, or rather my Bathyspheres, are not the fastest, but that is okay. Right, losing quite a bit of dust, don't really have a good source of it either. Let's just briefly make sure that I'm ready with my next Empire plan. So this one is not too bad, I will need the extra attack on units, and the extra science is helping me a great deal. But what if I were to resign from all of this and just go for extra level units, which is going to help me a lot if I were to declare war on the Draken, and that is precisely what I'm planning to do. Well, that's going to require 800 influence. Can I do this in 110? Unlikely, and even if I can, this would cripple my economy. I'm not going to bother with that. Let's see, anything else I need? I might need a little bit of extra dust on units. Or I might just go for less upkeep on military units, which is again a very, very useful thing to have. It doesn't require populations cooperation. It is a nice thing indeed. And this would only require me to have 600 influence. That is achievable. I need to gain 108 influence in a turn. Let's see if I can get that with relative ease without crippling the economy. So I need 108. We're almost there. This city needs to give me some more deaths, but that's fine for now. 99, we're almost there. It's going to be an easy one. My capital is probably going to be a little bit better at giving me more influence, and indeed it is. 106. I need 108. There we go. Now I can get this next Empire plan. That will cost me 600 influence. Perfect. That's going to be rather glorious. It does cost me a lot of influence to upkeep this influence production for 110. But I believe it to be okay. Fine. Let us end the turn then. And I will check if my tea is ready to be drunk. Well, it's rather hot still. Might be difficult. Oh no, my tea is at its perfect temperature for drinking. So, by all means, I'm going to drink it. Now, the Draken are trying to run away, but they're gonna be stuck in this area because, yeah, it requires a lot of movement points, and I did expect them to become stuck in here. And I can attack them from the side of my city, which is very, very nice. Also, go over there, don't make sure that they do not run away, this would be bad. Also get all of my heroes in the vicinity and get my Guardian as well, that is perhaps the most important part. But thankfully I have a lot of movement. My heroes have a lot of movement themselves as well. I should be able to do that. I generally like to keep my armies as mobile as possible. Also, this anomaly, 62 science, that's insane, I'm really loving it. Alright, so the Draken are out of movement now, that's perfect. My heroes are in the area, so they will be able to participate in the fight, no problems. And I'm going to open the fight by attacking... I can either attack the Guardian, but the Guardian will be able to retreat. The army, however, won't be able to retreat, because it already retreated from me twice, and I want to cripple their hero. So let's just go ahead and do it. Declare the attack. And you know what? I could not participate with Scoros. But it's a risk. If they decide to actually fight me, then this would be a bad idea. I'm going to leave out some of my armies to fight the Scoros. For instance, Searing Flame should be able to take scorers on their own, especially with those reinforcements over here. Yeah, and now, and my army is still way more than powerful enough to destroy the entire of the enemy's army. So let's do that, let's declare the attack. Will they actually fight me? Yes, they will! Excellent, our first battle. Unfortunately, I fear it might bug out our sound system, but that is okay. Okay, I also have better initiative than the enemy. Oh, this is a glorious occasion. We're going to trample the enemy. So let's make sure they cannot properly deploy. Now, of course, the enemy Guardian is bound to have a lot of initiative. So we probably cannot stop the Guardian from deploying. But such is the way of things, it's probably going to be fine. Let's have our Orcs... 1, 2... I cannot have the Orcs standing in the city and still attack the enemy, but they're close enough, I suppose. And they will have a very good bonus to morale. Let's keep my Centaurs in a place where they can get a good morale bonus as well. Then again, from over there, they could just surround the enemy army. And I do like the idea of that. Do I want my hero to be at the front like this? I don't really. Let's move them around and let's deploy. Alright. So it seems like they decided not to include the Guardian in the fight. Alright, I'll attack the Guardian after I clear out this rubble. So let's go ahead and move in. I'll stand in the mist area because this will give my unit additional defense against archers. Then again, it will also lower their ability to attack with swords wanted. There was something like this. Let's stand in the forest instead. Now with those guys, I have so much movement, this is insane. Alright, let's just surround the enemy as much as possible and just clear them out. One by one, prevent any of those Dracolings from moving at all, at any point. And focus fire, maybe. It doesn't really matter who I focus fire on, honestly. Let's move in my Guardian, start firing on whatever. And it's going to be glorious. Everybody else, just do your thing. The Hurnas, you don't have that much movement, don't lie to me. Actually, you do have 7 speed, that's quite a lot. Stand in here then. And the other Hurnas can stand... maybe in here, let's say. And let's launch the fight, it's going to be an easy victory. Of course, no mind control for me, but on the other hand, I didn't really need it. Now, the enemy Dracolings, I'll give it to them. They have very tough armor, thick hide, hard to harm them. But at the same time, I just have my advantage is so humongous. The enemy has no chance against me. And I also have the initiative advantage, which is very important. It allows me to control the battle. And I have free counter as well, which also helps a great deal. 200 damage was way more than I expected. But this was a glorious one. The enemy army is no more. They did reassign their hero, so I wasn't able to cripple their hero. Still, I'm satisfied with the result. Alright, and there is indeed this bug which causes the battle music to keep playing when you initiate the battle during an eclipse. I'm surprised it hasn't been fixed yet. I'll probably pass the amplitude about it. Anywho, let's see. Do I want geomantic vials? Wiles, rather, not vials. I kind of do, but at the same time having more resource generation is just amazing. And I really want it because it will help me deal with my dust issue. What else do we have? We've got another hero who leveled up, and that's my spy hero this time around. Let's give him more spy power, shall we? And what's this? Oh, of course, AI is close to a quest victory. I did say that I'm going to lose this game, and this is just a proof of this. Roving Clans already started finishing the quest line. Unfortunately, quest victory is... I don't like the way it's implemented, because it's basically like a timelet, similarly to a score victory. Because AI doesn't really do their quest, they just automatically complete every step of the quest line after a set amount of turns or whatever. And this puts you on a hard limit as to how long you can play a game, and then AI will just win. For the time being, however, I won't worry about this. I knew I'm not gonna win this, but I can maybe take the dragon with me. Empire plan development, we know what we're going for. Wait, do we? Yes, we do. I was going to go for this a bit. So, less upkeep and still a lot of everything. Excellent. Apply the Empire plan. And level up my hero. And wait, except I already did. Why is this notification still there? I don't need it. Alright, so some of my armies still have an action point to attack the Guardian. The Guardian will most likely retreat, but this is fine, as I'll still get an advantage in this combat. So let's have a quick look-see. As you can see, I do have an advantage indeed. Let's move you guys a little bit higher in the hierarchy. Let's see if it retreats or if it decides to fight. It did decide to fight. It's going to be a tough one. It is a Guardian after all. But I'll do my best to take it down. It does have better initiative, and it does have free range and 2 speed, so it can move to 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3 of range. I need to make sure it doesn't actually hit my units, because it's AI, it will almost certainly mind control me. So let's deploy as far back as I possibly can. Can I deploy out of its range at all? If I can't, I won't bother trying. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, that's still in the range. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this is out of range thus far. From this angle. What about this angle? 1, 2, 3, these 2 units are still in range. I could occupy my own reinforcement slots. For 1 turn, it should be alright. I don't have that many reinforcements coming in anyway. And I don't want this guy to get his first shot in. So now, 1, 2, 3, no matter where he moves, he will not be able to attack me. 1, 2, no, he will be. This unit is still vulnerable. And I have nowhere else to move. How does he get to move? No, he won't be able to move to over here because he has to walk like this. Alright, this is good enough. I should be able to just tear this Guardian to pieces, and I'll do just that. And yes, indeed, I'll just order all of my units to move forward. But, you know what, maybe not. Maybe I'll give my units some orders. Otherwise, they will do something really stupid. So from over here, I can attack any town this Guardian could possibly want to walk to. So let's move my archers into the forest, partially. And in general, just make sure that I occupy the high ground to get as much of an offensive bonus as humanly possible. As for my centers, just fire from anywhere you can. I'm moving my hero a little bit closer as well. She only has free range for now. Let's move her in to over here and attack the Guardian. Or just tell her to attack the Guardian and make sure she does. Alright, let's launch the combat. The Guardian accelerated itself, doesn't really matter, it had better initiative anyway, and there was no way for me to lower it. But I will be able to surround the Guardian next turn and lower its morale. Also, it used an ability on itself, which means it cannot counter any of my attacks, which is wonderful. It's also very hard to deal damage to it, but next turn it's going to have lower morale, so it's going to be easier. Excellent, so far so good. My cavalry almost entirely surrounded the bastard. Let's move it slightly around. And I don't think my archers are going to move. They would be really silly to move, but they might. Let's make sure that they move exactly in the way I want them to, and launch the battle. Oh, of course he mind-controlled my hero, because why wouldn't he? Also, I moved my archer unit out of range by accident, but that's okay. The enemy Guardian is no more. And I suffered no losses whatsoever. Well, bit of damage, of course, but that is an acceptable loss. Because it is not a loss at all, it's something that will just heal over time. Excellent. The enemy army took a heavy blow, and they are now weakened, although the score doesn't, of course, reflect that. Let's go ahead and move my armies closer to the borders, to the northern border with the dragon. Make sure that everybody is in place and ready to attack. What is this? Extra movement speed. That is a tempting one. It also increases your initiative. I'll keep this army nearby, and as soon as I declare war, I'll grab this thing, fly over to the enemy city, and have better initiative as well. This will be excellent. Now, as for my armies, all of you assemble, get ready to kill the enemy. Nice and easy. I will need some defenders in here, just in case the voters or the dragon try to launch a counterattack. That is important. Let's get some stone sentinels. They don't require any upkeep, so they're perfect for the job. And I don't need that much growth either. So let's move like this. I don't need as much influence production, Well, I do need some, honestly. So let's move my people around just a little bit. Got 2 new centers. These new centers are going to match with this army. I'll need as many armies up north as possible. And over here, can I just move you to work on dust? Well, I need somebody working on food, so that's fine. Ooh, I need a lot more dust workers, honestly, don't I? Well, you work on Sonsotinos for now, I will need those. You can stop working on food for the time being, I'm still growing a good amount of it, and work a little bit harder on dust, make sure I don't go bankrupt too quickly. And Frieta's doing rather well for itself, I would say. Mining rights, I'm not too keen on those, honestly, but I can go for something else. More production, tempting. More science production is even more tempting, however. More armies are also tempting. Everything is tempting, really. Let's go for Imperial funding. It's a really fun upgrade to have. Does my main city have Imperial funding? Yes, it does indeed. Alright. So, I don't need as many people working on industry production for the time being. I can move some of them, more of them, all of them, into dust production, and now I'm in fact gaining dust. So let's keep some people working in science while keeping a positive dust balance, nice and easy. And I suppose I could queue up some units as well, but I will need those. So 4 centaurs and 4 goblins to create another army to attack the enemy. Maybe I could get it completed a little bit faster. 5 turns is not bad. What if I were to lose just a little bit of dust and get those guys completed in just 4 turns? That's acceptable, that's a fairly big army made relatively quickly. I am losing some dust, but I'll be able to make up for it once I start losing armies. Then again, winter is about to strike, and this will be a scary winter. Oh, I didn't pray! Oh, that's a problem. No, wait, I think I did. Either I did or I just was fine with this particular winter penalty. Because I am. Alright, let's check out what I can do in the 5th era. Whew, a bunch of interesting things. I need more dust, that is true, but I don't really have any souls. Enough strategic resources to actually exploit that. So I need to take that into consideration. Modernize our administration is tempting, of course, sure, but at the same time, again, I need those resources. Customs Ministry is the only one I could make and can only be made once. That is a bit of a waste. Let's keep on checking for other stuff. Marvelous allies and the like are certainly not in the books for me. Scientific specialization. That is tempting. Sure, it does require a lot of strategic resources, but my main city is a very powerful scientific production hub, so I could grab this and be content. So let's do that. Maybe I'll be able to grab scientific victory and turn this game around, but I doubt it. Let's move my units around, because they can still be moved somewhat. You got yourself some kind of something. More speed and more health and everything, that's excellent. Get ready to invade the enemy. It's about time to strike. I will need more influence to have the deal, to sign the deal with the other mages. I need 278 influence for that deal. But I want this deal exactly as it's written. Right, let's move in my bathysphere and prepare for another battle. Yeah, there are a lot of battles happening very early on in this stream. Now, hopefully my bathyspheres will be up to the task. Indeed, it does look like they are. Excellent, we're going to deploy out of the enemy reach. And they only have 3 speed anyway. So let's deploy like this. Nice and easy, ready to fight. This bathysphere, which is the first one. This is the first bathysphere. You're going to hold your position for 1 turn, and then everybody else is going to move in and attack. You just want to get the ability to attack the enemy before the enemy can counterattack. Also, yeah, my bathyspheres did not attack, so that's an issue. I should have been more careful in queuing up orders. That was very stupid of them. Oh well. You attack, and please, guys, seriously, kill the enemy that you're standing next to. I cannot reach anyone, that's wonderful. Well, I made some mistakes have been made, but that is whatever. Just make sure that the enemy is dead, and this will be good enough. And I will drink some more tea. Easy fight, easy money. I'm tempted to explore the sunken ruins, but this guy worries me a lot. Let's explore it, I'll take the risk. And I found a lot of dust and even more science, that's wonderful. Hey, maybe, just maybe, I will be able to grab the scientific victory, which would be rather surprising. But I don't think I can win, let's be honest about that. Alright, you move a little bit closer, and let's get ready to end this particular turn. Over here I'm still working on influence, which is good. Let's grab Glory of the Empire. Let's get it no, I will need the dance most likely. Let's just wait for it, let's be patient. And end the turn. I also need to create some volcano formers as well. Instead of volcano forming everywhere I go, basically scourge the earth and make it mine. So let's prepare one from the most expensive resource there is, because I haven't made one with Hyperion just yet. Hero has leveled up, that is excellent. Let's give him... Extra speed on flying unit is not that useful, to be entirely honest with you. And let's see, I want to get those abilities, further ones that give him more power. Or I can go this way and increase his power during a siege, which is tempting indeed. Also, no idle hands is a useful thing to have, let's grab it. The Flight Mastery ability would be just completely useless for me. Strike from above is nice, but it's not necessary, and aerial view, again, not entirely necessary. So let's go ahead and apply that, and keep on moving everything along. Seems like I cannot reactivate the Moonlift booster, that is correct. Now, I'm rather fine, and hi there, Balance Maker. I'm glad to see you here, you're one of my most loyal viewers. Well, let's go ahead and continue the attack. Actually, well, start the attack, but I still don't have the influence. I will need... what, 2 more turns? And I'll get like extra 2... yeah, I'll need 2 more turns to sign the deal. Well, let's wait for 2 more turns then. Alright, let's get all my units at the ready. I do want this deal. It's going to secure the borders from the south. It would be risky to proceed without this deal. Besides, if I attack during the winter, I'm not sure who will get the upper hand, honestly, in such a scenario. Also, I might as well move this Hummy. I will not be able to grab this conflux in time. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm not sure who would gain the advantage if I were to strike during the winter. But I wouldn't mind doing just that. Let's move in more heroes, and let's make sure that I keep making an army down south. Excellent, everybody is at the ready. I could restore health of nearby armies, but they have a lot of health anyway. This would be a little bit of a waste. Yeah, they're just going to be fine on their own. I don't have to worry about it. Buffy's Furious, keep clearing out the area. The area is clear, excellent. Let's grab another C for myself. Excellent, and now the next part of the quest is... oh, I need to equip it. That is annoying. Alright, oof. That is annoying indeed. Alright, you dear sir, you go back to port and equip the new device. And you, in the meantime, you can explore the sunken ruins. Except you don't have the movement, because why would you? Alright, the good news about not declaring war on the voters is that... oh wow. Is that the voters cannot attack me on sea, but it looks like the voters no longer hold any power on sea. It's just the blue player. Whoever the blue player is. I think it's Wild Walkers. So they might go for a wonder victory on their own. Oh well. Again, I don't think I'll be able to win, but... actually, let's have a quick look at what the AI has. Automated production. Scary stuff. They keep making fire ships every time I check as well. They're working heavily on science, with their cheat from being an endless AI. That is fine, however. Let's browse their buildings as well. A lot of defensive structures. Imperial Canals, Materials Hold. Not an easy place to take down. However, they also have canal locks. And these canal locks I can just take down and take for myself, more importantly. And I'll happily do just that. And again, I do have a spy at the ready. And the spy will be able to reduce the fortification by quite a bit. In 2 turns, it will be even more powerful. This action will be even more powerful. And I have to wait 2 turns to get enough influence anyway. That's just about perfect. Let's end the turn. Let's drink more tea and get ready to rumble with the dragon. Oh, they do have a fortification that fires back. That is unfortunate, and it even further increases the importance that I use my hero to strike down the enemy fortification. Otherwise, this... I mean, either way, I don't want to besiege the city. It would be a very difficult, long and costly siege. I'm going to attack it head-on with my superior armies. Titan bows cannot be reactivated. Pillage has been started. By the voters, no less! Oh, come on, you're just gonna die. I'm just going to move into my armies and kill them. Okay, what do they have? Dawn officers, marines, and undead. Well, I am preparing for war against the dragons, so I could just forgive them, I suppose. I could just forgive them. Triumphant. Why are you triumphant? You haven't taken any fortress. Wait, they have taken a fortress from me. Oh, if I close borders, that's very expensive. I'll close it later. I'll let them pillage. I don't mind, I have a good amount of titanium. And sure, I could kill their army, but it would also weaken my own armies as well. And I need my armies to fight against the dragon. So I'll just let them do this. Right, let's create another strong army. Join it up with this one. Nice, it's now a strong one. Time is walking stone sentinels, nice and easy. It's going to improve the city's defensive capabilities by quite a bit. Let's get Dust Refinery as well. I'm going to need it for the winter most likely. Then again, no, because I am saving for Neros. Neros is going to be my trump card in my war against anyone ever. And right now I only need 2 resources to make it. Actually, if I am to buy Palladian, how expensive is that? And how much do I need? Let's just check it out real quick. Glass 2, I just need 1 more. Alright, and Palladian, I need to have 14 more Palladian. I can only buy 10 of it at max in a single purchase, but that is certainly doable. And 1 more glass steel. Just 1 more. I lost a lot of dust doing so, but now I can queue up my Guardian, and I'll do so. Let's see which city is more productive. As the Frieta, it's Frieta. Excellent. Let's get Neros then. Ready for combat. And how quickly can he be made? 3 turns? That's not bad. Let's make him in 2. Can I make him in 1? No, I cannot make him in 1 turn. That is unfortunate. Oh well. Let's make sure the rest of my army can be made relatively quickly as well. Let's finish making the centaur, because why not? The Neros can be made in 2 turns anyway. Excellent. Neros is in construction now. And oh boy, he's going to be such a devastating machine. This is my favorite Guardian of all Guardians, by the way. Not only does he have unparalleled power, like look at his damage and attack, they are very great stats. Of course, you can also look at the Wind Guardian, who is also very powerful. But Tsunami Charge, it's a work of beauty. And if you give this guy free counter as well, which I always do, he just shreds through everything. I love it, I love it, I love it. When I was a kid, water in fact used to be my favorite element out of, you know, the 4 basic elements. Nowadays it's wind, but the Water Guardian is certainly a thing. I do like the Wind Guardian as well, don't get me wrong, but in this case, Water Guardian is all the rage for me. Right, let's explore. Ooh, I got myself some Mithrite, that's going to be very useful. Not sure for what yet, but now at least I will be able to make some structures that utilize Mithrite. So that's important. Next turn I will be able to actually sign a deal with the other mages, that is excellent. Winter might start next turn. I don't know if I want it to start or not. Let's just check real quick again the effects. I want the winter to start. It will make it much easier for me to attack the enemy. It will slow down my units, but that is again fine. So yeah, let's have the winter start. Winter, if you could please start, I would be very happy. Alright, meanwhile, over here, let's just go ahead and grab Geomic Labs, Alchemy Workshop, all of the good stuff. Let's work it a little bit harder as well, and let's work Let's get ourselves some food production as well to get the city growing a little bit faster. Right, this is fine, but let's get a little bit more influence just in case I need it. Excellent, good, good, good. My armies are at the ready, my buffy spheres have moved, I don't have anything else to worry about, and next turn we're going to kill the enemy as soon as I queue up some more production. I wish I could use Volcanic Leecher, but... I don't know why I would need that, honestly. It's not bad, but it's not that great either. I can get Security Fury, because the enemy is actually infiltrating me quite heavily. It is a tempting one. Anything else that is tempting? Well, pretty much anything from around here, I suppose. Or I could also lower... I could also actually send an alliance treaty. Or, I don't know. There are so many options. None of those are also essential to me. That being said, Army Manual is really great. I might research that. For the time being, however, I think the most important thing for me to have... Ooh, Inoculation Station, also really good. But I don't have the Palladian. I'll just grab the... Hey, get back over here, research. Actually, you know what? I could just ignore all of this, grab technologies as quickly as possible, and rush for the scientific victory. So I can go back all the way to the first era for the cheapest technologies there are, grab Pillage, because that's useful, right? Grab some other tech that I can find in here, like... Aquapoistics are nice, but they only work during summer. But hey, maybe, why not? And then I might consider grabbing some other stuff. Like Shipyard or something, Golem Riders, I don't know, something. What do I need? What could I use? A Bard Reduction is nice, so let's also queue this thing up. So let's do extra technologies. Central Market, I'll be able to make deals, that's gonna be useful. Let's queue this up as well. Let's queue up a lot of almost useless technologies that are cheap to get and also fun. Siege Engineering, of course, I want that. And that's already a lot of technologies that will make it easier for me to achieve scientific victory, because this is apparently how I want to do this. Right, next then, we're going to bring the dragon down. Is it winter yet? Is it winter? I'm waiting for the winter to start. It's not the winter, that is a shame, but I can make it work anyway. I don't want to wait any longer. So let's see what happens first. My hero has more infiltration progress. I can instantly destroy all fortification value. And oh yeah, I expected it to be the other mage spy that was infiltrating my city, but that is alright. At least I have injured him, and soon I will increase the security of my city. Or actually I won't, but I don't mind too much anyway. Let's increase life on my units. Yes, that's a good one to have. Let's go ahead and do that. What's this quest now? If was generated by alliances, returns to normal. Sure, I don't really care. Pillage suffered. Yes, I know. The voters are just mean, and everybody hates them, except for people who don't. Alright. Now, dear other mages, how about a deal to finish the dragon together? Side by side. Let's make sure that they still want this deal, because it's a rather expensive deal to sign, and now they're no longer interested in a deal like this. Why not? Because they're really afraid of the dragon? It does seem this way. Let's wait for a little bit, let's be cautious. Can I offer them something else? Not really. Do I need their help in this war? Not necessarily, they wouldn't do much, but they would keep the enemy occupied. Is there anything that they really love and care about? There is Mithrite, but I also care about it. Anything else? Not really, no. They would love to get my sea resources, but I'm not giving it to them. Any other extra technology that they would want? Yeah, the nearest technology. I'm not giving you nearest technology, I'm not insane. But this is the only technology they actually want. Okay, so if I were to not give you Boris thingy, instead of give you something that you covered a little bit more than that. They really want rare alloys, and I don't think they have the resources to make good use of them, but it's a bit of a risk. Then again, if I were to get them on my side, that would be fine. Let's see, and then I would need to give them a Dust Guardian. That's scary, but they already have a guard. They could have more Guardians. I could maybe deal with that. That is a very expensive offer, and I wouldn't be able to sign it right away. You know what? I can do it without them. I just want to make sure that they are at peace with me, so let's just give them something that's not that important and won't help them too much, since, you know, if they're not on my side, I don't really care about them. Mithrite is so important for me to have. Then again, it's not. I don't need it as much. I can give them some of it. 30 Mithrite in return for peace, and I also declare war on the Draken. Let's do this. They are envious anyway. What resources do they have? They don't have Mithrite, so they will be very happy to have it. Well, no wonder. Let's agree on that offer. Excellent, the Draken are now officially at war with me, and the other mages are at peace. Good. Let's use my hero. Destroy the enemy fortification. Excellent. My hero has been chased out. Alright, badly injured. That is unfortunate, but at least I have him. So that's important. They agreed to this term. Of course they did. It is Endless Legend. They won't think about it, this. And now I can instantly attack the enemy city, which I certainly will. Right, I'll open it up with my most important and powerful hero. Move in with my other armies as well. And my other heroes, of course. And of course my Dust Guardian. Let's not forget about the Dust Guardian. And let's declare the attack. We're going to just straight out attack because the enemy has no more fortification and I can instantly besiege the city and take it out. And I'm going to use the entire army because, hey, why not? I won't be able to reach anything else this turn anyway. Alright, and let's crush the resistance. My hero isn't fast in the combat queue, but that is fine. Let's move in my archers a little bit closer. And that is fine. They can now fire without moving at all, and I don't want them to move in the slightest. Let's move in my Guardian, make sure that he can actually do something. Something nice. Can he go all the way here? Yes, he probably can. Wait, can he? Well, he could, except I can't really issue this command on him. That is fine. Let's move my other hero, and actually let's just... It seems like the enemy did not reinforce. This is going to be a very easy fight. Let's just start it. Oh, and I even mind control an enemy, that's very nice. Won't really be necessary or important. Oh, okay, I also did not order my units properly around, so the enemy will be able to strike back at me, but it is okay, I suppose. I almost lost a unit in this fight, which is suboptimal. I also didn't tell my archers to fire. Mistakes were made, but that doesn't matter. The city is now mine. And the Draken shall know the meaning of fear. Oh yes. So, excellent. Now with that done, I can volcano form this beautiful, beautiful city a little bit. Now volcano form it a little bit more. With Mithrite. Do I have an army that has a little bit more movement? That would be great. I don't. Does the Guardian have more movement? No, I cannot volcano form this turn anymore. That is a shame, but let's get the Guardian a little closer, shall we? Unfortunately, I should have kept my action point, because then I would have been able to attack this army right away. My mistake, my bad, but it doesn't matter all that much, thankfully. Alright, let's get this center into one of my armies, because it's at the ready. Meanwhile, I was making an army in my capital, it's almost ready. 4 units, 2 more units, I only need 2 more centaurs. And I'll send it over here to make sure that no Draken come in from that side. And in fact, let's go ahead and... I'd love to unlock this technology, but it would cost me a lot of pounds to unlock the Tower of Fidelity. For now, I just want to have some extra vision and make sure nobody attacks me from over here. So make a watchtower. Alright, I don't need you to work so heavily on influence anymore. Thank you very much for your hard work. Now I need to work a little bit harder on dust, however, since I'm losing quite a bit of it. So this city is going to be my dust producing city. And let's see what I have in this one. First of all, everybody work on dust. Thank you very much. Let's destroy all structures that I don't need. Imperial canals, they're nice. They actually don't cost that much. So I'll keep those. This thing also doesn't cost that much. All of those things are relatively cheap, but this isn't. Ward over Riga I'll certainly keep. Coastal battery I'll get rid of. That's already is going to lower the upkeep by a decent amount. Anything else that I would like to take out? I will take away the materials hold. I want to save up as much dust as humanly possible. Destroy, yes. Of course, as the city gains more approval, it's going to be easier for me to actually make the city profitable, because right now it is costing me some dust. Actually, no, it is giving me dust, but you know, it could be giving me more dust, is what I'm getting at. How's it working in terms of borrow streets? Oh, it has none, except for this one. That's absolutely pathetic. What were you doing, Draken? What were you doing? Oh, let's fix their issue. I said let's fix their issue. Can I please click? No, I can't. Alright, I guess I'll put down this borrow street somewhere else, because every time I try to click, nothing is happening. Can you please... Okay, this time it worked. Maybe I can make it work on the other tile as well. Please, not the glory of the Empire. I want a borrow street, and I want it to be here. No? Alright, sure. Make it here then. I don't... Okay, just make it... Okay, it worked. Thankfully. Good. Whew. Alright, so... I know I have a terraformer on, but I thought it doesn't stop you from making a borrow street underneath it. I think it's just because I have an army in here, in this city. Yeah, well, for the time being I'll just make the borrow street over there, it's fine. Okay, I have now the devils in my empire, that's fine. I'm not going to assimilate them because I don't have the technology and I won't bother getting it either. Let's stand on the road as well. Actually, I can start moving a little bit closer, just in case the enemy actually tries to launch some kind of a counterattack. Also, voters, I'm closing the borders. GTFO, I'm not letting you in. Yes, you are forced to accept your offer. You're nasty. I don't like you, and if you dare oppose me, I'll kill you. And I can't do just that. Alright, Bathysphere. I need to edit this with the new thingy I got. Optimistic device is what I needed? I believe it is. And it gives me trust, which is cute, really. What is this thing? Oh, the fast learner thingy. Alright, let's apply this change. And I'll need to wait. I'll need to get enough resources to apply to the Bathysphere. Maybe it's gonna be quicker to just destroy this Fomorian thingy. What will I get for this quest anyway? Let's go ahead and have a quick look. For this quest, I would gain 480 dust. That is quite tempting. That is quite tempting. What do I need for this device anyway? Let's just get a quick look. Titanium I can get, and everything else I also can get. Alright, I'll wait. I'll fulfill this faction quest, because it's a good one. Excellent. So now what else do I need to do? Probably just end the turn, but I'm really happy that I was able to start attacking the enemy. Now, unfortunately, my hero has been injured, my spy hero. I can restore him, but that would get me very low on dust. But then he could start infiltrating the next city, which I want. I really do. So, and besides, I can sell some resources on the marketplace if I need to. Let's infiltrate. Thankfully, I have enough influence for that. Nice. Let's see what do they have in this city. A fairly decent garrison. Okay, security, and how much fortification? A lot, but no retaliation as of yet. A lot of science production. It seems like the Draken do want to go for science victory themselves. That is fine, however. Let's go ahead and end the turn. I wonder if it's going to be winter this time around. And hey, we got our Nero's Garden. That is excellent. Alright, so with the Nero's Guardian, let's get ready to rumble. Oh wait, the enemy declared an attack on me. And they're attacking just a random army that has no hero supporting it. And they're reinforcing as well. I could just let this army die, or alternatively I can stay and fight. I like this alternative, I'll be very honest with you, I like it a lot. So let's stay and fight and let's kill the enemy. I shouldn't have used my entire army and all of its reinforcements, but that is alright. Let's start destroying the enemy. They do have good initiative, unfortunately, so they will be able to strike first. And I have a lot of centers in here. Or rather, I don't have enough centers, I have a lot of ranged units. They also have the Ended, which is a bit of an issue. But we can work around that, I think. Make sure my units are not all clustered together. Besides, I can attack the Ended before they strike. Yes, I can, so I don't have to worry about the Ended at all. I can just maximize my morale bonus, and I'll do just that. Ready the attack. Get my Guardian going. So the Guardian is going to step forward and might control the Ended, if possible. Also, he's going to protect my ranged units from this guy. Alright, well, almost protect. I didn't notice that there is this town that the enemy can use, but that is fine. Moving my hero over to this town if possible, probably not going to be possible. So let's move into over here. Make sure that he can cycle around. My ranged units are going to hold their ground. And they should be able to attack anyway. And who do I want to take out as quickly as possible? Probably the Ended. Let's make sure that they cannot attack me. Besides, they are in range. They are also in the forest, which is not ideal, but that is alright. Let's try to surround the Ended. If at all possible. And get ready to fight. Mind control? Yes, I actually mind control them. That is absolutely amazing. This is going to be a very big battle, and I'm satisfied because it seems like it is also a battle that I'm most likely going to win. And it is the enemy who attacked me. I did not even have a hero deployed with the first wave. I have the hero now, but oh, that was a good hit. A very good hit indeed. Let's keep walking forward, attacking their support units. And let's make sure that my cavalry also has something to do. Let's move it out of the way. And as for my Guardian, attack the enemy centers. Maybe I can mind control them too. Moving my centers a little bit closer. Make some more room for my units. And all of my range units, attack the enemy centers if you can. Excellent. Let's deploy. Or rather, commence. Alright, the enemy actually had high initiative on quite a lot of their units. Unfortunately, the Dragon did invest quite heavily in their initiative bonus, but that is alright. I should be able to still make it work, although the enemy is doing relatively well. And my center, for some reason, decided to turn away and create a hole in my defenses. It is not ideal, but thankfully the enemy did not exploit it in time. And oh boy, that was a good hit. Alright, let's make sure that my Guardian can fix the hole, although apparently he cannot move to over here, which is not ideal. Well, let's give him the order to do so anyway. And let's move my cavalry back in, if at all possible. Let's move this cavalry in, actually. Thank you. Let's move the other cavalry to other places. Let's try to focus fire on units that are nearby. My ranged units are going to try to take down the enemy cavalry. They're better against flyers, it's true, but these guys, what do they have anyway? They do have shared wisdom, which is something I probably should take care of. They also have sharp sense, however, and I mean, actually, everybody has sharp sense over there. But I do have flying slayer, so I can start opening fire onto their ancient. while my other orcs will fire at their cavalry indiscriminately. And my hero is also going to continue firing, attacking their ancients as well. Let's launch. No! Why did you walk backwards, you stupid dummy? Oh, this is infuriating. Oh well. Well, at least I've got a center to guard my front line, but this was a waste of a perfectly good shot by my Guardian. I think I will need to give him the hold position command, otherwise he'll continue doing stupid stuff. Ouch. Alright, well, the breach has been fixed at the very least, so that is something. That is a very bloody battle, I do have to admit, but I still believe I will be able to come out victorious. Right. Do Guardian, walk forward, I know you can, and attack the enemy. Again, I know you can do that. Let's use it on the center. Make sure that the center cannot attack my ranged units anymore. Also, you make sure that your default action is hold position and that you don't walk away from me anymore. Alright, you attack the ancient. You walk a little bit forward. And oh my, I have lost a lot of morale. Probably because of the unsteady or something else. The enemy must have some kind of ability that lowers my morale, but it is fine. Oh, they're using the militia in this combat! Meaning that if I am to attack the city, they will have nothing there. That's very nice. Alright, you guys hold your ground for the time being. You're in a very good spot. You're protecting my archers somewhat. You actually take away the ended attack. That would be very nice. Archers, try to attack the ended if you can. You can't, so attack the ranged unit. Excellent. Now everything is somewhat orderly. So this battle should progress a little bit nicer. And I actually got the mind control this time around. This is very nice. The issue of fighting the Draken, regardless of the situation, is that unfortunately they have so much HP and defense that it takes forever to do anything to them. And likewise, because they have so little attack compared to other factions' units, it takes forever for them to do anything. So the battles are very, very long and bloody. But hey, I do seem to be doing alright. My hero is fairly low. I will need to take my hero out of there. Otherwise, I might lose him, and I would rather not. Okay. My Guardian cannot move forward. Oh yeah, because there's a cliff face here. That's good to know. But you do have a range over to the enemy, right? Yes. I can finish off the enemy center. I would like to do that, so I'll do it. Then my center will be able to go and... Which one is it? It's this one. I can go over here, make sure that this ended doesn't attack. If he lets me, please. Alright, okay, so this ended won't attack, that's good. And then I have some more centers, I'm not sure which one it is. It's a random one all the way in the back, okay. And then this one, which one is it? Sometimes a little bit confusing when you're in battle. Oh, it's you. Okay, go over here, make sure that my hero is protected, that's fine. Okay, my archers need to start moving forward, but it's going to be a little bit difficult. Just make sure that you're not on the deployment banner. Excellent. As for my other archers, well, this is where things started to get a little bit dicey. The enemy ended will have their first strike. And I don't have much to stop them. Which center is this now? Because these centers can still stop the enemy ended potentially. This one can't. He is now occupied. This one also cannot do anything that's remotely useful. Which is a shame. But this one, where is it? A full health center that has movement and waits orders. I literally can't see him. Can somebody see? Oh, that's the guy! He's literally in the middle of the combat. Okay, I found him, thankfully. Okay, he's in a very nice spot. However, I would like him to make sure that the enemy undead don't murder me. So, if you could please go over there, that would be great. Yeah, I now found him. Thank you, chat. Okay, so now with my archers, you're going to focus on the enemy ancient. Make sure to take him down once and for all. Actually, no, make sure to take down the enemy cavalry first. That's most important of all. And then you can focus fire on the ancient. Alright, this seems like an alright deployment. The enemy cavalry still mind controlled, still meddling with the enemy. This is good. I would like some more of my heroes to join the fight, but they are very reluctant to do so. I guess they are afraid of combat. I don't mind, I do mind somewhat, but I can understand that fighting the enemy, on such a big battlefield with so many units, it is intimidating and scary, isn't it? But I need more heroes in this fight, they would help me a lot. And this one, he's about to die. Like, he will be resurrected if I don't lose, of course, but I'll rather him not to drop too low. Wasn't able to pull him out just yet, that's unfortunate. Let's move in my centaurs a little bit closer. You keep fighting this guy. You guys keep at it. Actually, also walk a little bit closer if you can. You take away the attack from these ended. You can walk over to here, break the chain a little bit, and I can walk forward some of my archers and attack the enemy. Which is very nice. Actually, I can use these archers and move them forward, so you can just hold your ground, because you don't really have anywhere to walk to, so just hold your ground indeed. I will move the archers around if they can be moved. The Guardian cannot really be moved to anywhere, unfortunately. This is a little bit of a traffic jam right now. But the Guardian can attack the enemy Drakenlings, which is still nice. Can start moving some of my Ursas even closer to the battlefield. Well, further away from the battlefield, but maybe to allow them to actually attack. Alright, this seems like I hope I haven't missed any unit. I will lose Eslek Tarosh, most likely. But he should be able to resurrect after the combat. Man, the enemy has so much armor and I keep rolling low on my chance to deal damage to the enemy. I keep rolling 25%, that's awful. Well, at least my goblins are doing a little bit better. Goblins or orcs, I'm not even sure. Yeah, these are goblins. Goblins are doing really well, but they do have flying slayers, so it is no surprise. As you can see, they are much weaker against Drakenlings. Much weaker, but still doing alright, and Eslek has died. He will resurrect, however. Yes, indeed he has, but he only has 1 HP. I don't know, but ask me about the Dungeon of the Endless stream. It's still in progress. I made it to floor 7, and I will continue the stream at some point in the near future. I'm not sure when. I will let you know on Twitter when I do. So this was an interesting fight. I lost a few units, but only a few, and the enemy lost way more than that. So I am by all means satisfied with this result. This army has been weakened a little bit, but I can fix it. I can remake it. Like new. Oh, this is excellent. Let's move in and out and attack the enemy as well. Because I do have my action points. I can attack. There's nothing stopping me from doing that. I have the superior army. Alright, before I do, however, let's deploy another volcano former. Nice and quick. Then move my Guardian a little bit closer. Moving my heroes closer as well. Where is the other hero? Where is the Water Guardian, most important? This is the guy I want to be in on the action as soon as possible. And as for you, I could just pillage something, I suppose, or check out some other areas. Well, you walk in from this side, from this angle, I guess. This is going to be well enough. And let's declare the attack! Hi there, Draken! You thought you can escape me? Well, you were quite wrong. Oh, I feel so sorry for them. In fact, let's not bring in so many reinforcements, I don't need them. But I do want my Water Guardian, just to have a little bit more fun. And this army can easily take care of the enemy. I don't see how they could stand against the power of the Water Guardian on my side. let's declare the attack. They will most likely not deploy their reinforcements and just meet me with this tiny little speck of an army. Well, okay, let's move in the centers to make sure that I can attack the enemy ancient, and they are in the correct position, that's good. The enemy Dracoling are fairly close by. Let's move in my orcs, well, they are goblins. Actually, this one is an orc. This one is an orc as well. I'm also using very powerful units in this fight. No wonder I did so well. Commence deployment and Hider. Why do you have such a low morale? There is something going on that lowers my morale and I don't know what. I'd like to know. Well, for the time being it doesn't really matter. I will be able to crush the enemy regardless. Okay, first of all, you make sure that this ancient cannot act. Everybody else, just do whatever. I'm gonna kill the enemy regardless. Alright, let's keep at it. Let's kill the enemy. I wish Neros had a little bit more initiative, because we actually weren't able to see him in this fight, but that's fine. And as I expected, the Draken decided not to reinforce the army at all, because they knew that this fight was lost for the moment it started. Alright, easy peasy, lemon squeezy, this fight is ready for the taking. I will weaken its defenses, however, once my spy is ready to actually do something. He will need one more level to reduce the enemy fortification by a little bit. Well, the enemy can't retaliate, so I can just start the siege, can't I? Let's do that then. No reason not to, right? The siege has begun. My units are walking forward. Let's have the Dust Guardian check out this ruin, because why not? And hey, it's a Colossal Danger objective. So there's a Guardian heading for Angerin. Where the balls is it? Oh. Why? 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 Okay, well, in that case, I'll have to redeploy one of my armies back to protect my capital. That's mighty annoying. I should not have searched those ruins. I unleashed a guardian, a neutral guardian, to fight against my city. My city can take it, especially with reinforcements, but this is somewhat annoying. Okay, can I pillage the enemy watchtower? I could, potentially. Not sure if I would like to. I should just focus on the siege rather than pillaging the enemy city, shouldn't I? Let's move in my units. I moved all of them already. My city is working on more, that is fine. Oh wait, I'm losing a lot of dust. I should deal with that, shouldn't I? Okay, well, let's do that then. I can activate the Moonleaf booster, which is nice. It's already going to help me a lot. And plus 63. Yep, that helped me just fine. Stone Sentinels in here, I'll make more of them. Keep in mind, the Stone Sentinels don't use up, don't cost me anything to upkeep, so I can just have a ton of those. That being said, I would like the city to be more profitable. So let's go ahead and make the Alchemy Workshop, help it so that the city can help me with science production a little bit. And then make a few more Stone Sentinels. This is going to be a very basic guard, but in case the city is besieged, it will be able to hold out for a little bit at least. Stone Sentinels are nice, cheap to make, and they cost no upkeep, so I like having those. Right. My hero finally will increase my attack on units, very nice indeed. Any other things that leveled up? There is one more hero. That's the hero that's taking care of the city, that is nice. Well, I'll give you extra resource production on the city, I think. Just because I need the extra dust, especially for the winter. Anything else I need to deal with? Not really. I was able to squash the enemy in every battle I was a part of, which is excellent. Let's move in my units a little bit closer as well. Things are looking up, they certainly are. And meanwhile, I'm volcano forming a lot of territory. I did miss one spot, unfortunately, which was an accident. Oh well, one spot that is not vulcanized shouldn't hurt that much. should be alright. Alright, meanwhile over here, I can just attack this place, but I would rather again retrofit this bathysphere, and I can do so right now. Let's do that, and now I can send this bathysphere to make friends with this. Oh no! Don't be killed! Oh, that was very close. The hungering mole was nearby, and it could have destroyed my bathysphere, and I would rather it doesn't. I spent quite a bit of stuff on it. I mean, sure I could retreat, but are you seeing what I'm saying? The dragon just settled in the tiniest region possible. They did not even settle in the center area, which would make sense. Instead they settled on the outskirts, so they can walk on as few towers as possible. What's going on? Why? Why did you do that to yourself? Aren't the dragon masochists? I can't say that I understand their actions. All I can say is that, sure, if you do it this way, I'll just besiege you. That's fine. That's so weird. Well, let's besiege them and get their city for free, essentially. Don't mind me if I do. I might as well. I don't know what I'll do with the city. Most likely ban it to the ground because it's a useless one. Safer position, somebody said in the chat. Work up my face. Yeah, that must be it. Oh, that's hilarious, however. Okay. Well, let's end the turn. Is it going to be winter? If it is winter, this will be great. This will give my units more experience from fighting battles, and the enemy will have less fortification, and it is winter indeed. Excellent. Winter is good for me. It has the AI more than it has me. Also, I can now lower the enemy fortification as well, which is wonderful. What effect did we get? The one that I was hoping for. Excellent. Man, look at my armies. I'll just steamroll through the enemy. I wish I was near the purple player and I were able to, stop them from winning the quest victory. Actually, I can try to do that. I will try to do that. I mean, I'm also going for the science victory as well, but I could try to swim my units across the ocean and attack the roving clans. But first, let's kill the dragon, alright? Priorities. Priorities. Okay. Keep in mind, there is a neutral guardian trying to kill my city somewhere. So, I will need to make sure that I have an army ready to welcome it. But that's alright, I'm working on that actively. Let's send in another army to help with the siege of this random city. I still cannot believe the dragon settled here. In the weirdest, smallest region possible, and they did not even settle in the center of it. It's just hilarious. And... okay. Apparently, the Guardian has been defeated? Sure? Never mind then, I can go back. I guess the Guardian was killed by some other AI randomly. Don't mind me if I do. That was fine. Okay, that's a lot of parables. Let's grab them real quick. And meanwhile, let's go ahead and keep up the siege. Set in my Water Guardian. That's going to help a lot. In fact, I can probably take the city outright, can't I? I mean, what can the city do to stop me? Especially if I damage its fortification and attack with full might of my units. The answer is, they can do absolutely nothing whatsoever. And it's wonderful. Okay, let's activate my spy. Reduce the fortification by 25%. Nice. How did it go, your spy? He did just fine, and he was unnoticed. Excellent. And the enemy has less fortification now. It is still quite a bit. But they don't have that many units, honestly, in the vicinity. So I could either wait just for one turn more, for instance, to be sure that the enemy cannot reinforce with a lot. Well, let's scout first, this is very important. Let's move in more units in as well. You know what, I will wait for one more turn. And then attack the city when it has basically no fortification at all. Alright, anything else I can do? Well, the Dust Guardian also awaits orders. Let's move it over here. I could also, destroy one of the enemy structures, why not? Let's take care of the enemy encampment. I won't be able to destroy it in time, but I can pretend like I'm burning it down to the ground. I can start laying the foundation for burning it to the ground. I don't care, but I could do that. Anyway, my buffer spheres are now really slow, which is a bit of an... No, a fire ship! Okay, I will lose control of my sea, and I will need to make more ships myself. I forgot the Dragon half-deals. That's annoying. They win the naval fight, I'm afraid. Golem Camp, I mean, Golem Camp is nice and easy. I'd like to have it somewhere, but for now, I need to make Bathyspheres. Alright, let's design a Bathysphere then. I wish there were Guardians that you could make, you know, on the sea itself. That would be nice. Okay, I'm not going to use this thing, it's way too expensive. Let's start with a bomb of some sort. It does require a lot of resources, so I'm not gonna do that. Let's just start with the regular flamer, and then follow it up with... That's a really good plating. It's a very expensive plating as well. I'm not sure if I have the resources. I'd rather just make a lot of Bathyspheres as quickly as possible, honestly. They're expendable, but they can deal some damage, that's good. Anything else that I really want to give them? I don't think so. Oh, hey, they have a force field, that's very nice. Except... I mean, I do have the Hyperion. You know what, let's design like the most powerful submarine I can get. So I can get satchel charges, which is tempting, but instead I can get them better endless flames. Like, these are really deadly. Let's give them either some less plating, or maybe improvement movement 3 and a lot of initiative. That's tempting. But that also requires too many resources. Let's just give them titanium and adamantium plating. Then give them force field to make them even stronger in combat, and that's already devastatingly strong. And doesn't really need anything else. So these are war Bathyspheres. Like, these things can destroy empires. And they take forever to make. It's to be expected, however. Can I work on industry a little bit? Can I work on industry a lot? Yes, I can. Can I get this thing in 2 turns? Yes, I can. That's wonderful, but let's work a little bit on food as well. Okay, like this is fine. And I will make a Bathysphere in 2 turns. And I can only make 1 for now, but still, it's going to be a powerful Bathysphere. The enemy is using quite scary fire ships, but they don't have any unique improvements like I do on my Bathyspheres. I should be able to win. I cannot save my manufacturing in time, however. They will disrupt my control of this area, unfortunately. There isn't anything I can do about that. Okay. With that in mind, however, I can go ahead and end the turn. And it's been an hour and a half, and I think I'll use this as an opportunity for me to take a very quick bathroom break. So don't go anywhere, I'm certainly going to continue this stream. I'll turn on my break overlay, but I'll be right back in like a few minutes. I just need to take a quick break.